Alright, what's up guys? My name is Jason, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to properly get into an Asian squat, otherwise known as a resting squat. So if you guys are ready, let's get right into it. So in my opinion, the Asian squat or resting squat is probably the most important mobility drill there is out there, just because you use your lower extremities for so many things in life, you know, getting down, picking up your kids, tying your shoes, all the way to just sitting up and standing up. An indicator of poor health or you know, aging, disease is weak lower body strength and limited mobility in your hips specifically. You know, a lot of elderly people year after year have fatalities from broken hips, and that's just from falling, you know, having weak core, weak hips, weak lower extremities. So in my opinion, Asian squat is just best for lifestyle, fitness, and just you know, overall health. So essentially, Asian squat is exactly as it sounds. You just squat ass to grass like so, and you don't have to necessarily keep your body so upright, your spine erect like that. Just sit in a natural resting position. And sometimes the difficulty with the Asian squat is actually getting fully planted on the floor, specifically my heels. So a lot of people, they'll tell me that they can go over here, but they feel like their heels are about to snap. And in my opinion, the way to prevent that, or the way to start easing into it, is you can actually place an object below, underneath your heels for support. But if you don't have anything, use your hands. So if you're right here, this is about as far as you can go with your heels up. Just put your hands on the floor, lean forward, and then you can use your hands for support. So I can just walk myself back to here, and by me supporting myself with my hands, I can now get my heels fully flat on the floor, like so. And then you can just play around with that. If you feel from this position you're working your way up, your heels are starting to lift off the ground, maybe you can just lean onto one side and work your way around. Okay, just explore the movement, kind of going in a circular motion. And if you start to feel fatigue in your knees, hips, quads, you can always lean back or even just fully sit down. And then you rinse and repeat essentially. So basically your goal is to get all the way down to the ground. All right, like a real world application is like, say my phone is on the floor or I drop my phone. Instead of just hunching all the way over to reach it, you're gonna go down with your lower extremities. Okay, keep trying to keep your body upright. Just natural. You don't have to stay erect the whole time going down, although that is a great indication of flexibility and mobility. The more you can keep your spine straight and get into a full rested Asian squat, that is a great indicator that you have solid mobility. And in many ways, that is the goal. But just here, a natural position, a resting squat, is sufficient as well. So again, if you're having trouble getting your heels on the ground, so say I'm gonna try to pick up my phone from here and your heels are already like this, you can position your hands in front and then have one in the back, and then slowly kind of work your hands. See, my heels are now on the ground right here. So your goal is to be able to shift your weight from the back. Okay, walk up your hands a little bit to the middle, to more centered. And then the further forward you are, you'll actually start feeling the stretch in your glutes itself. So from your resting squat, an advanced drill you can do, or just to kick it up a notch, is to, stay in your squat, bring your hands together. And if you find your knees kind of caving in like this is also incorrect structural alignment. This is not good for your knees if you see them caving in. Okay, so what you can do is clasp your hands, slip your elbows in between your thighs, and then you can push out like so. And this will further increase the stretch and increase your mobility. And you can hold here for 10 seconds and don't forget to breathe. Head from this angle. See, again, my heels are off the ground. Just use your hands for support. Settle yourself in. Slip your elbows between your thighs. Push out, look straight ahead. Now, if you want to even increase some more, range, flexibility, mobility, dexterity from this position. So let's take my left or my right hand, for example. I'm gonna keep my left elbow pressed up against my knee right here. And then I'm gonna swing my arm across and reach to the sky, looking over your shoulder. There's also a great stretch all the way up to your neck. And I feel it all the way down to my lower back as well. Okay, and you can switch sides. And you might find that you can only bring your arm this high. Okay, that's limited range in your shoulder. Okay, so if you can't fully reach, just try to point your elbow up. And there you guys have it. Some pointers, some tips for your resting squat, for your Asian squat. Hopefully those help you, get you more mobility and flexibility. Thank you guys for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.